beautiful was every single guy. The kicking game was unbelievable. And you know how good they were coming in here. Our offense did a great job. Our defense was absolutely magnificent.
Coming up on Michigan Replay, the Wolverines open up the conference season by knocking off top 10 Penn State. We'll have the highlights. We'll also meet a giant of Michigan in more ways than one. And we'll look ahead as we scout Northwestern, Michigan's first road test of the season. All that and more coming up next. Michigan Replay with Lloyd Carr is brought to you in part by Abso Pure Water, delivering quality bottled water since 1908. By Sirius Satellite Radio. By the University of Michigan Alumni Association, uniting the leaders in best. www.umalumni.com. By State Farm, providing insurance and financial services. By AT&T, for a behind-the-scenes look at sports, visit attblueroom.com/sports. And by Powered by Pontiac, the official performance machines of the NCAA.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Michigan Replay. Well, on Saturday in Ann Arbor, it was good old-fashioned Big Ten football. Michigan beats Penn State 14-9 in an absolute knockdown drag-out. Take us back to swapping paint in the helmets. That was one physical football game, Coach. Yeah, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Jim. It was. It truly was. If you like defense, you like the kicking game, and field position football, that was a game you'd enjoy.
And the thing about it was, defensively, I think your team set the tone. You like to talk about special teams. They did, but I thought the defensive front really set the tone early.
Well, our defense was magnificent. I mean, they held Penn State without a touchdown. At one point in the game, we gave them the ball at the short end of the field. They found a way to get it done. They were unbelievable.
And the other thing you did at the beginning of this game, instead of taking the ball, you deferred to get the ball at the second half.
Well, we felt like we could hold our offense, get the ball back. We'd have the wind, field position, all those things. And, of course, we had a young quarterback in there today, Jim, and that was part of our thinking.
Well, it worked out for you because your defense and field position forced this turnover.
Well, Brandon Graham causes the fumble. Chris Graham is on the spot, hustling the ball. Brandon Harrison was clean off the edge, and we get great field position.
And you turn it into 6, and that's the key.
Well, here Ryan Mallett goes back. He almost threw the ball, and then 2 great blocks out there by Mike Hart and Mike Massey. And this guy, Mallett, we got to teach him to hand the ball to the official, but that was a pretty great way to start the game.
7-0 lead at this point over the Nittany Lions, and then they come out again. Now, they put a little bit of a drive together here.
Well, they moved the pocket there, big third down play, and the thing there, we knocked the ball loose in the end. They reversed the replay. On the replay, reversed the play, and Penn State keeps the ball.
They come back here and hit a screen on you, and the screen was their best passing play of the day.
Well, they're a very good screen team. Brandon Engelman making an excellent tackle there to keep it from a bigger loss.
But then the pressure continues. Brandon Graham had a great game.
Well, he did a great job there. Tim Jamison has really stepped his play up, but Brandon kept the quarterback inside the defense, and we get a good stop.
I tell you, they kick you down to the 3-yard line, and you need to get out to change field position around. Even though he only got 2 first downs, these are key plays.
Well, yes, and Jim, because then when we punt the ball, there's a great block by Massey again, great hustle by Adrian Arrington. Our guys blocked without the ball today.
And again, put field position on them, so they've got to go the long way. And this was their biggest pass of the day.
Well, he had some time to find a receiver and hit a good play, kept their drive alive.
And here's a scramble situation where you lose track of the tight end Quarles.
Well, you know, this guy's an outstanding young tight end for Penn State. We tried to recruit him, and he had a good day.
But you still stop them and force them to go for 3. And that's always good when they're getting down in the red zone and they don't get in.
Well, Jim, when you look back at this game, you know, when you settle for field goals, you know, you get a hard time. And we did a great job defensively in the red zone.
A couple of third down plays here in this possession.
Great
the
catch there
quarter.
by Mario.
Right. And third quarter, again, third down play. Mallett's able to keep the drive alive.
But Jim, you know, the thing that really helped this year is we kept this drive alive. We kept their defense on the field. Ryan converted a big third down play there. There we run the draw play for a first down and come back to Mike over the left side. We've put together here an outstanding drive.
And you've put their defense in the field, which ultimately pays dividends late in the game, even though you don't get any points because Gingell misses this field goal.
Well, he hit that right upright again. And,
you got to tell him to get that figured out.
Well, I know he will, but you know, as unsuccessful we are as getting points, we did keep their defense on the field.
And you put together a drive late that gets you in position again.
Well, that's a big third down play there. Ryan made several plays scrambling around. Here he comes off, and Adrian does a great job getting the first down. We've got less than a minute to go here in the half, and good protection here. Great catch by Adrian Arrington. We're down in there with a chance to get points on the board before the end of the half.
A 3rd and 10, and you want to go for the touchdown. You just make a little mistake with the quarterback.
Well, he forced the ball, and he's trying to make a play, and he'll learn from that. But we missed an opportunity there to get 3 points.
Did you think about running the ball around, whatever, setting up a field goal? I like the idea that you were aggressive going deep.
Well, I just felt like we had a chance to hit a play there and score a touchdown. And but you know, I think sometimes you're not you don't get it done. We force the ball there, but Ryan will learn from that.
If you err on the aggressive side, that's fine by me.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay. Yeah, we're agreeable today, aren't we? Hey, when we come back, we'll see the second half highlights. But first, we hear from John Thompson, who says defense is all about team.
We played as a defense today. We can only beat ourselves. Penn State was a great team, but we played together, so we play together and execute. Good things happen.
Inside the locker room.
We just ran our plays, executed, and did what we had to do. But it started off on the line. The line was blocking real good. They was getting good yards. You know what I'm saying? We just had to execute, do what we had to do. Came out with a win.
The score was 7-3 Michigan at halftime, and you come out in the second half, but you didn't have Russell Crowe there this week to give the guys a pep talk. What was going on?
Well, it was fun to have Russell with us, but you know, today I thought about asking Jeff Daniels to come down. You know,
get another Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
You did okay because in the second half you managed the game extremely well, and again, it was all about defense and the line play.
Well, our field position was good. Except with one exception here, on a big third down and short, they get the right call. But Ron English certainly can be proud of the game he called, and our guys on defense rose to the occasion.
Well, and I think this is the most critical part of the game right here. They're down inside your red zone with a chance to score and take the lead. You get the fumble turn.
Well, Tim Jamison from the backside, great pursuit, comes in and gets his hand in there. And Brandon Graham comes up with a big turnover, no doubt about that, Jim.
And then they get the ball back again in the short field and push it down in there. Even though you're able to get the ball out, you still make a bit of a mistake, give them the ball back, and then the defense comes out.
Well, we had made a big first down there, and here we complete a pass for a big first down. We're controlling the ball, and then we turn the ball over.
And this one had to hurt.
Well, this was a defense. This is a defense's greatest challenge when you turn the ball over.
And it's about sudden
territory.
change, and your defense answered the bell.
Well, they were absolutely sensational here. Big play here. We get them to 4th and 2, 4th and 1, and they go for it, make the first down. Now they get a first down. And we make a stop, and then here on 3rd down, we make a great play, but they get called for
And
holding.
you say take the penalty, where you had some other guys on the staff saying, no, let them run it 4th and 2.
There's no question. That was a tough call to make. And unfortunately, because of the way these guys played, it ended up fine, and they had to settle for a field goal.
And that made it 7-6. But that whole sequence of you stopping them getting the turnover and then stopping them holding the field goal, I think was a turning point in the game.
Well, no doubt, Jim, because when you look at it, if they take the lead there, then we're playing from behind, and it's a different ball game. And here, Ryan makes a good, excellent throw on first down. He hit Mario for a first down. And now we've got some field position to work with.
But what follows those two defensive stands was this drive, which was the drive of the game.
Well, this Hart, over the left side again, makes a good cut there, get extra yards.
Then you get a big play on the crossing route, and you're down near the goal line.
Well, we got first and goal at the 6, and Greg Matthews. Ryan finds him in an open spot there. This is a big play in the game. You can see the interference. The ball's in the air. The defender's got his hands on the receiver. And now we got a first down deeper inside of their territory.
And then Mike finds a way to get in, stretches the ball out, makes it a 14-6 game. That whole turnaround, that sequence, their 2 possessions and then this drive, that was the whole story of this football game.
Well, Jim, when you talk about time of possession, number of plays you run, I think at that drive, we were helped by all the plays that we had run earlier in the game.
This is the only big run they make on you all day. Gets them in good position. But again, the defense stiffens.
Well, it's the first time all day we let the ball outside the defense, and Jamar Adams really hustling. Saves a touchdown there, and we force Penn State to settle for a field goal.
14-9, game's getting late, and this is where you have to close it out. And this is some clock-eating football right here, which is just what the doctor ordered, right?
No question. I thought we showed great patience, Mike DeVore, in terms of the way we're trying to play this game. And Ryan Mallett here makes maybe his biggest play of the game. We're scrambling around, has the presence of mind to look down the field, finds Greg Matthews for a big first down.
That's a 3rd and 11 play, and you get the first down, eat another 2 minutes off. Then you talked about how good your special teams were all day.
Well, here Zoltan knocks him down on the 13-yard line as opposed to the 20 if he kicks it in the end zone. Good coverage, and now we got to come up and stop him 4 times.
And you do, and it's pressure that gets it done.
Well, Brandon Graham there coming off the left side. Here on the 4th down play, we get Sean Crable maintain leverage and contain on the quarterback. Our guys back there, Morgan Trent, Jamar Adams make a good play.
14-9 the final. Congratulations, Big Ten victory against a very good football team, too. I think that's the thing that you wanted to let everybody know after the game, that Penn State's a darn good football team.
Well, they are. And when you look at what they've done defensively, that was a war out there. And so I give them a lot of credit, but it was a great win for us.
The other guy we got to talk about a little bit is Chad Henne. He didn't take a snap in that game Saturday, and yet this kid was right in that freshman's ear all game long. He's done a real good job as a mentor, kind of helping Ryan through the rough spots.
Well, I felt really bad that Chad couldn't play. As you know, he's from Reading, Pennsylvania, and has had a remarkable career and had some success against Penn State. So that game meant a lot to him. But he was a real presence on that sideline. And I think Ryan Mallett would be the first to tell you.
Hopefully Chad will be back soon, but according to Coach, it's day to day, and it will be until he says different. In the meantime, we've got more football coming your way. We'll meet Jake Long up in personal, but first we hear from Brandon Graham, who says the key word on defense is perseverance.
We all stayed together. We didn't quit, and that's something that we practice all day. And he talked about, don't quit. When it get hard, we're going to see who the real men are. And we came through today. Even though Penn State were men too, they fought to the end, but we just got the victory.
Now, the Pontiac Performance Play of the Game.
Wolverines protecting a 4-point lead. Here in Ann Arbor, the crowd comes alive. Out of the eye, Austin Scott running left. Hitting him from the backside, Jamison. And as the ball pops out, it is grabbed by Michigan's Brandon Graham. And they're ruling it's Michigan's football.
He is arguably the best offensive tackle in the country. Speculation is that he turned down a considerable amount of money from the NFL to come back to Michigan for a final year. But to Jake Long, he knew where he would be playing this season the moment he sat down to talk it over with Coach Carr.
Sitting down and talking to him about it really opens your eyes. You know, a lot of ex-players come back and talk to him and tell him how this was, you know, the greatest time. You know, it's just a family atmosphere. People care about you here, you know. When you go to the next level, it's all about business, about money. And, you know, you don't have that same family atmosphere. And, you know, I just wanted to be around it one more year and you know, just be around my friends and the great coaches one more year.
Jake is also a rarity in that he's a two-time captain, and he's not really a rah-rah guy. He says leadership to him is about setting an example.
If you don't come to work every day, if you're not giving it your all, if you're not playing well, then people aren't going to follow you, and you're not going to be a leader, and you're not going to be a captain. So you got to come out every day, be one of the best players out there, show them how to play, and you know, you have that responsibility to your players and the coaches.
Hart running left behind Jake Long. He plows into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Mike Hart.
Long's leadership has been tested this season, too. Early struggles have opened the floodgates of criticism, but Jake refuses to let that change his focus and his message to his teammates.
You're always going to see it on TV. You're going to hear it on the radio. But, you know, listen to it, but don't take it to heart because, you know, you just got to come out and work and you know, use it as inspiration if you want. Don't take it to heart. Don't let that get you down. You just got to keep working hard and use it as motivation to make sure that doesn't happen again.
He's a special guy, this Jake Long. His heart and his spirit are as big as his massive frame. And as big as he is, he also understands the tradition of Michigan is even bigger.
There's so much rich tradition in Michigan, and you know, just it gives you tingles just thinking about all the people that have played here before, and especially when you see them come back and cheer for you. It's just an amazing feeling.
You know, there was a movie once called Big Jake with John Wayne, and I kind of think that Jake, in a way, is got a little John Wayne in him, doesn't he?
Well, you know, John Wayne was a great patriot, loved America, and Jake Long is one of those guys that truly loves Michigan. And when you look at the kind of player he is, you said it right, Jim. He's an inspiration. He talked about responsibility. He's responsible because he loves this place, and he's just a great leader and a great player.
And he's a great kid to coach, believe me. Jake Long will do well wherever he goes after his career at Michigan is over. When we come back, we'll Scott Northwestern. But first we hear from Mike Hart, who said lessons learned are very important.
I think one thing this team knows is not that we can't take any team lightly. You know, so I think that plays to our advantage because we know we can't take any team lightly. We did that to 2 teams this year and we got our butts whooped. So we out here, we're going to prepare this week like we're playing against Penn State again. We got to come out and we'll be ready for them, definitely.
Steele take you inside the locker room.
One thing we've learned these first 2 games, you can't take anybody lightly, and that's not what we're going to do. We're just going to go out there, we're going to work hard in practice and be ready for their best, so that's what we're going to get.
Well, Michigan has learned lessons, obviously, when you hear Mike Hart and Morgan Trent talk about going into Northwestern, your first road game of the year, playing a team that got shellacked on Saturday by Ohio State. But you can't take anybody lightly, and Northwestern runs that spread look.
Well, yeah, we'll get a good look at, and you remember a year ago, Jim, we had a really tough game here against Northwestern. Pat Fitzgerald, of course, a great linebacker, All-American.
Took
now
over
the coach.
under rough circumstances,
yes, he did.
too, when Randy Walker passed
Yes,
away.
he did, and he's done a great job. And this team, I like this quarterback. He played extremely well against
move
us
it
a
around
year
and
ago.
play. They got 2 running backs. Sutton didn't play against Ohio State, but Brandon Roberson played a lot. And,
Well, yeah, Sutton is a great back.
and you figure he'll be back for your game.
Yes, I don't think there's any question.
And Ross Lane is their big receiver.
Yeah, they know how to move the football. They execute the spread offense, and certainly we've got to prove that we can defend it.
Corey Wooten, this is just a sophomore defensive end, one of the best freshmen a year ago. Adam Cadell is their middle linebacker, and their best corner is Sherrick McManus.
Well, I was very impressed with Northwestern a year ago. I thought they were really tough and play hard. And that, you know, they've developed a tradition over there that you better be ready to play when you play Northwestern.
You go on the road, and one of these things that people ask you about is you're worried about after the Notre Dame and Penn State games coming back from the 0-2, and all about a letdown. I don't think that's the case given what we heard from Mike Hart and Morgan Trent.
Well, I think every team has to prove that they're not going to let down. I think the truth is, as we get here in towards the middle of the season, we get into academically some of the midterm exams, some of those things. So it's a real test for us, and hopefully we have learned and we're mature enough to understand what we're going into here.
Real quickly, the progress of this team from that 0-2 start when everybody in the country was jumping all over this team to where they are today. Are you proud of this group?
Well, I am, Jim, and I really think it comes back to the leadership. This team elected 3 really outstanding captains, guys that are unselfish, guys that want to win, guys that come to practice every day, work hard. So I give our leadership, our seniors have really stepped up. We're improving as a football team.
Well, and I'll add, your staff has done a great job, too. Don't forget, next week we've got Michigan Replay coming your way when we look at the Michigan Northwestern game. Same time, same place, right here on Michigan Replay.